turned the light on. I turned the dome light on.
Okay. All right.
Can you hear me?
Can you get a little bit closer to the phone so we can see you fine. We just need you to get a little closer.
Damn, KP. All right.
Don't do that, Tony. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do what?
How you doing? I heard you say. All right. So anyway, I wanted to tell you thank you for joining us today, because I really wanted to make sure that we got you on to talk to you about, just everything that is Tony Raiford. So the first thing I wanted to ask was, for the people that are not familiar with who you are, can you give us a little bit of background on Tony Raiford?
Shit. I'm just a gearhead, man. That got into promoting races, and I done grudge race forever. So but I kind of ended up getting into promoting races with Chuck G. So that's my partner. That's like my right hand. I'm the left hand. He the right hand. Racing was dead in the state of Florida about 4-5 years ago. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to try to bring some of this stuff back. And, people racing now. So I don't know. I guess it worked. But
yeah, it did work. There's people racing now.
Yeah, they racing now. They racing everything. They racing everything too. RC cars, they racing. 4-wheelers, everything. I mean, we don't do none of that stuff, but it's just about grudge racing. The whole culture of grudge racing.
Well, they even racing on foot now, Tony.
Well, they've been doing that. The people did that in high school, just not for money that much. But yeah, they racing on foot too. Yeah, butt ass naked in drawers. Yeah, they doing all that.
You ever seen Bruce race? He take his shoes off, his pants off.
Yeah. Hey, Barley race coming up in a couple more weeks. You're gonna see some more of it. Yeah.
You talking about in December?
Yeah, December.
I cannot wait. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I don't really like those cars. I call them funny looking cars. The cars with the big, the fast cars. Them cars are like super fast. I don't really like those
with the wheelie bars on it.
Right. I don't really like those cars, but I come to that race every year. It's so dope. It's so many different types of people. I got to meet Team Bodie Racing last year. I was just...
Yeah. They out of California.
I
That's the Super Bowl of grudge racing. Bodie Racing.
Wow.
The Super Bowl of grudge racing. That's what they call it. So if you ain't never been to one, you missing a lot. It's for 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And ain't nothing but straight gambling. That's all it is on these cars. What we love to do.
Right. Everyone is there. Last year, like the guys from Texas was there. Like everybody comes to No Guts, No Glory.
Yeah, all over, all kind of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple questions for you. So let's just get started. So how did you get started in racing, and how long have you been in racing?
Shit. Since I was about 13. I think my whole family raced, so it wasn't an option. You're gonna learn how to work on this car, you're gonna learn how to do this and that. And then I found out I liked it. So, I just been doing it ever since. Yeah, and what was the second part of your question?
I said, how did you get started and how long have you been in racing? So you answered it.
Oh, shit. I've been doing this shit about, 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm old.
That's
I'm
a long
old,
time.
KP. I ain't really no jit now.
Well, I ain't think, but I just didn't know how long you had been doing it. So, that's an important question. Because people, like, my thing is when it comes to racing, it brings people together, in my opinion. People of all walks of life. Whether you're a spectator, you're an actual racer, you're a gambler, it just brings us all together, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it do. It do race. Racing do bring it together. Even And it's funny that you say that, because even like some instances where you see two camps that really don't get along, they could be at the track and somebody broke down, or God forbid they have an accident or something. You know, they'll check on each other. They'll make sure each other's straight. But then, you know, after that, it might go back to, you know, what it was before. But we actually do look out for each other, you know, even if on the outside it looked like we don't really like that person.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your preference on cars? The cars you prefer to see races or driving? What's your preference?
I like street style cars. I like street style cars. G-bodies, Mustangs, whatever it is, as long as it looked like it looked when it came from the factory. You know, it might have a hood scoop, some slicks on it or whatever, you know, but I like street style cars over everything else.
So you don't prefer the big rims, you prefer close to original.
Oh, I love the big rim shit, because it's amazing to see them big motherfuckers run like that. Boy, hey, and I'm telling you, people don't give them credit. But listen, and it's these guys put a lot of effort into these cars, man. And then to see that car go out there and run like that, man, them cars, some of them cars fast, man. And it's impressive to see that. It's impressive to see that.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you balance track life or race life and family?
Oh, my family, put it like this. They pretty much come, it's just a part of, racing is a part of our world as a family. You know, I've been married for 21 years. And I got 2 kids, 20 and 21. And they always came, even when they was like couldn't walk in a stroller, they was always at the track with me. So it's just always been a part of what we did. That was our getaway on the weekends or during the week, whatever, you know. Just go out there, race, have fun.
Do you own... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Do you own your dream car, or if you don't, what is your dream car to own?
Shit, I used to own the motherfucker, but I like the Chevelles. I like the 72, 69 Chevelle. That's my dream car. I had one before, but I ended up getting rid of it. But yeah, no, I don't own my dream car.
So if you could have your dream car, it would be either a 69, 272 Chevelle, any of those years?
Yeah. That year that got the big round back, yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
I like that one. Yeah.
So if you could race anyone, so pretty much your dream race, who would that be?
I like to line up with Don Garlix or Don Prudhomme. I don't know, y'all might not know who that is, but yeah, I like to line up with one of them. I wanna get in the lanes next to a legend. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, some people said John Force. Some people said different things, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to race
Don Garlix. I say Don Garlix because Don Garlix is from here.
Okay.
Don Garlix is from Florida, Hillsborough County, and you know he got that museum on 75 that you pass when you go into Georgia. And he done a lot, and he done drove every kind of car, and you know just him. I don't know. I've been watching him. I used to watch him all the time when I was a kid. So yeah.
So what's a fun fact that people would really be surprised to know about you? Like, we know you're into the cars and racing, but what would we be surprised to know about you?
I like to crack jokes.
I can see that.
I like to laugh. Yeah, I like to laugh. It ain't never personal. I like to laugh. Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's about the funnest you can get with me, just laughing.
I know you're not. I know you kind of got 1 foot in the big rim racing and 1 foot out. But so I asked everyone who's into the race in this question. So I'm not sure if it would be. I'll just ask it, and then you could just let me know. So, what do you think is helping big rim racing, and what is hurting big rim racing?
Okay, all right. Now, I believe social media is helping big rim racing, and I think egos hurt big rim racing. That's just a lot of egos out there.
Yeah, you know what's amazing to me? A lot of the people that I asked that same question, they know y'all almost have the same answer. But it's amazing to me that everyone can know that this is what it takes to fix it, but no one fixed it. You know what I mean? Like everyone says that there's no togetherness, there's no, camaraderie, all those things, but no one has fixed it thus far. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I think that they working on it because, a while back you didn't even hear about big rim racing. Well, you're hearing about it now, so it's like it ain't just came around. It's been around, but people are just not finding out about it. And it's basically you mixing the dunk world with drag racing. Right. So the more that you understand about both, the better it'll be. The guys with donks, that's really kind of like how I got mixed up with the donks because, I grudge race. So, and a lot of times I'm used as a DP man. That's a deposit man. That means, if it's two people betting, I'm going to hold both sides money. We're going to go by a specific set of rules and, you got to make a call at the end of the day. So, I see that they'll have a lot of, you got a lot of people with donks that race, but they don't have a DP man. So then when there's a misunderstanding, nobody knows what you're supposed to do. So I think that the more that they might understand the way grudge racing, because donk racing ain't nothing but grudge racing. They just in donks. The more you understand about the racing, I remember one of the first races we was at, you remember hearing all the arguments about running on a regular tree versus a pro tree? Okay, well, a lot of guys didn't know what a pro tree was. Right. Yeah, so the more you understand about it, the better it'll get. And the more you know, okay, yeah, it's supposed to go this way, it's supposed to go that way, the better it'll get, I feel like, anyway.
You remember, I'm glad you mentioned about being a DP person. You remember I called you that day and I said, Tony, they want me to be a DP person. And we were talking about it.
You don't do that.
And you told me, what did you tell me about being a DP person?
You don't want to do that. That's a DP man got a tough job.
You told me that was one of the hardest jobs ever.
It is. Somebody gonna be mad and somebody gonna be glad. So, and the person that's gonna be mad, I mean, the DP man is the judge and the jury, basically. So when two different racers pick a DP man, you're saying, when you pick that man, you saying that I'm gonna respect your decision. That's what you're saying. Right. Ain't no argument. Even if you make a fucked up decision, I'm gonna respect your decision, and that's what you're saying. So you have to pick one that's reputable and one that understands racing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
When you told me that, I was like, I better. It's not fun and games.
Everybody like you. Leave it like that. Everybody like you. Leave it like that. Let somebody else be the DP man. You don't want that job. You don't want that job. Oh, and I'm gonna tell y'all, when you do pick a DP man, you're supposed to tip the DP man. There's not a set amount.
If I ever have to be the DP man, I need my tip.
You're supposed to get a tip. Because if I hold a DP for you and you don't never tip, you ain't got to worry about me holding the DP no more. That's just, I'm telling you that. So anyway.
Why do you say it's the hardest? You say it's one of the hardest jobs ever because like you said, somebody's gonna be upset?
Well, you the judge and the jury. You got it. Sometimes you got to make a decision. Sometimes you don't got to make a tough call. But okay, if there's a rain delay, the DP man got to know what he's supposed to do. If the tree malfunction, I see a lot of that in dunk racing. If the tree malfunction, you got to be able to see it and know, okay, well, the tree malfunction, we got to rerun or whatever, whatever it is you got to do to make it happen. So it's tough decisions.
So if the tree malfunction, what would Tony do?
If I got a tree that malfunction, I'm going to rerun the race.
And if they choose not to rerun it, do you just give everybody their money back?
Whoever say, well, I don't want to rerun the race, they're going to lose their puck out money.
Yeah. So that's a great one. So where do you see big rim racing in 5 years?
Yeah, the top of the world.
I like that.
Top of the damn world. Hey, the top of the world, man. It ain't like it ain't been around. It's people just not noticing it.
Right.
It's been around. So the top of the world. Yeah. I mean, look, people want to watch big rims more than just as much or maybe more than they want to watch like NHRA or Street Outlaws. So it got a big fan base.
You're right, because that's my preference. I don't really like those funny looking cars.
You looking at these comments?
Yeah, I see them. Like, I'm not paying attention. I'm not looking.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm
not. I glance at them, but if they ain't saying something that for me to ask you, I don't even say anything. But so that's the thing. Like, I prefer to see those cars. It's just something about a beautiful, fast car. I have a respect for those other cars because those cars are fast. Those cars may go down this track in 5 seconds. So you gotta respect them if you like a race person. But for me, it's just something about seeing a G body or a a dunk going down the track on some rims. Like, that's amazing to me. When you was at the track when Muncho did that 3-wheel.
Yeah.
My heart stopped for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. It's exciting, ain't it? Yeah. Imagine being in the car when that happened. Right. Imagine that. Yeah.
So tell us about, we know the next thing coming up is No Guts, No Glory. Tell us about you guys' yearly events, because I know you have yearly events. What are the yearly events?
Yeah,
and when are they usually?
We have an event called Crunch Time Grudge Fest. Mm-hmm. It's usually held at Palm Beach International Raceway. We were doing 4 per year up until this year. We're going to cut back to probably 2 next year because I don't know what the hell going on with the rain in the state of Florida, but whoever making this rain is tripping because it ain't rain like this. It ain't never rained like this. So, we had 2 events this year that rained out, and the one that we just had 2 weeks ago, damn, that rained out. Right. So we're going to cut back to 2, and we're going to just try to get the grudge racing back, during test and tune and stuff like that. I'm going to still be at the donk events, though. I do come to almost all of those, whether I'm on a microphone or running a shootout. I come to almost all of those, but I will be to those, though.
So, question, do you prefer street or track racing?
Track. I mean, I don't street race. A lot of people getting hurt. Cars getting repossessed, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't want nobody taking my car, boy. You don't want nobody taking your car. So,
and some they take your car, right, and they don't give it back, right?
No, you can't get it back. No, if they take it, I don't know if I know anybody who lost their car and got it back. So much less of life, and then I'm older now, so I can understand a lot of younger people will go out on the street and race, but I'm older, man. I got too much to lose to be out there on the street talking about street racing. I got.
Well, the thing is about street racing, like I tell people all the time, here in my city, we have a dedicated street to race on. The police know we back there. They don't mess with us. We don't mess with them. But it's just a lot of variables in street racing. Like you said, when you get older, too many things can happen. Something can happen out there. It's just so many variables in street racing. It's exciting. I love it.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of different variables. You don't want to, definitely don't want to.
Hey, so is jumping out of airplane, but you gonna go jump out of airplane? I ain't jumping out no airplane. I hear it's very exciting, but I ain't gonna find out.
I do want to do that. That's on my bucket list. I do want to skydive.
Yeah, I ain't getting up there. No. And then jump out? No, I ain't doing that. Mm-mm.
Really?
But no, I'm not doing that. I get in the car, I get on a motorcycle, but jumping out of a plane, no. But as far as street racing, I don't knock it because that's where grudge racing came from, the streets.
He just said that.
That's what what is it? Wally Parks. Do you know who Wally Parks is?
No.
Wally Parks, and he's the one who came up with the NHRA, National Hot Rod Association.
Oh wow.
That's why he did that, to get them people off the street, because of whatever problems it was causing. You had people running moonshine and shit back then, but I don't knock it. It's just not something that I'm gonna do. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
So no street racing for you ever?
No. You can meet me at the track on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and every third Sunday of the month. So
okay.
That's 5 days. Yeah, I can wait. Track will be open tomorrow.
All right, so
yeah.
So they disappointed me this show. So they always usually ask these questions, but they didn't ask it this time. Hollywood or Too Fly?
See, that's a crazy question to ask me, because I don't really look at the cars.
But you know who both of them are.
Yeah, I know them very well. But I mean, because both of them got both. If you gave Hollywood Too Fly car and you gave Too Fly Hollywood car, it's still gonna be the same shit. They got pretty compatible cars, and both of them got pretty tight programs. Them Hollywood boys, they got a tight program. Big Low got a tight program. So when you ask me that question, I'm gonna tell you, let me wait to see the burnout.
Let you wait to see. That's what
in the burnout, I'm gonna know who got problems. I'm gonna know who ready and who ain't. Well, someone don't know the light at the track. Oh, let's do it. Street race. That's like. But what if somebody? Okay, I guess you're looking at the same comment I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I was like a high speed. Big racing started. Yeah, big rim racing did start in the streets. But what if someone don't know the light at the track?
Because all they do is race on the flashlight.
Is the street.
We can do that at the track.
I would say, you can go to any track, and you can ask them about, what kind of lights they run, because you got two different Pro trees. You got a 400 Pro tree, you got a 500 Pro tree. So you can ask these questions. They will tell you.
But can't you use street rules at the track though?
Yeah, they call them grudge rules.
You can, yeah. So
yeah, they call
Grand Nassy or Hollywood?
Hollywood all day. I don't give a damn if they got a Geo Metro. I'm going with Hollywood on that.
Say that again.
I said, I don't give a damn if they got a Geo Metro. I'm going with Hollywood. And nothing against Grand Nasty. But that's...
They go Grand Nasty right there, look.
They ain't, listen. Yeah, 500 is slower. But ain't nothing against Grand Nasty. But Hollywood and them got a tight ship. Well, you can't slip. You cannot slip. You got to be on your A game. And I'm not saying he ain't. But it's just where them boys at right now, where Hollywood and them at, to me, they pretty much run this shit.
Well.
Yeah.
That there you have it.
Yeah, somebody say the 500 tree is slower. It is a slower tree. The 400 is a quicker tree.
That's Grand Nasty while you're talking about it.
Well, look, that means he know. Listen, that means he know a little bit about that light. That means he know it. So if he slip, it ain't gonna be that light. He ain't gonna slip on the light. You know, I mean, they listen. If you watch them, man, some of these camps, they all the way down to how they line the cars up. You know, it ain't. You don't just pull up there. I mean, it's all the way down there. You don't want to be crooked. A lot of times in the car, you can't tell if you crooked. Some people want to be in the glue. Some people want to be out the glue. It's a preference. So
right.
That's what it is.
I know you said the next race coming up is No Guts, No Glory. What's the next thing we can see you at? Where's the next race you'll be at? Not maybe hosting it.
I'm damn near at the track every week. This weekend I'll be at World Street Nationals in Orlando, November 17th. We got Run Day Sunday. We got a big Run Day Sunday race in Bradenton. And then No Guts, No Glory gonna be after that. Them the next 3 ones I'm gonna be at.
I am really, really looking forward to No Guts, No Glory. And like I said, I'm not even like those funny looking car type girl, but I just love. It's just it's the atmosphere. I think it's so many people from all different walks of life. Oh my God, it's amazing to me. And so, guys, if you have never been to No Guts, No Glory, give us the dates, Tony.
It's always the second weekend of December. So this year is gonna be December 13th, 14th, 15th. The weekend of the 14th in December is gonna be. It's always the second weekend in December.
Okay.
And if you ain't got no hotel rooms, your ass gonna be staying in Kissimmee somewhere because it ain't gonna be none close by.
Right. I tried that last year. I came down there. I came Saturday. I was gonna try to get a room and stay till Sunday. It didn't work. Yeah. It didn't work.
I saw you there. I saw you. Hey, somebody asked a question now. They say, what is the best track in Florida? Oh boy. That's a pretty easy question, and that's Orlando. I'm gonna say Orlando is #1 track in Florida. I put Palm Beach at #2, and I put Bradenton at #3. And when I speak on tracks, I'm only gonna talk about tracks that's grudge friendly, because you know they used to didn't let us do this shit. We used to didn't be no grudge events. Yeah. You had to get your grudge racing on test and tune night.
Right.
But now they got whole events where it's just grudge racing. I saw somebody said earlier they wait around all day waiting on the race. It's been like that shit since the beginning of the time, man. And that's just, I mean, you got to think about it. Some of these guys betting a pretty good amount of money, so they want to make sure that their cars are right. Now, and at the same time, you got some that whose cars are right, still betting a good amount of money there to just go ahead and get out there and race, you know, rather than stalling all day, you know. But we just call that train to go. That means they train to go, that's all.
So they said those cars go so fast you can't even bet on them fast enough. That's absolutely right. And No Guts, No Glory, you got to be right there. You got to know you bet. It got to come so quick.
Yeah, hey, listen, a lot of times I hang out in the projects at No Guts No. Do you know what the projects is?
I know, but tell them what the project is.
The projects is the starting line. I just go hang out in the projects and check out who betting on who or who betting on what. And every once in a while, I go down to the 8th mile mark because I want to see them come down through there.
Right.
Yeah.
So last year when I was at No Guts, No Glory, I met my dream team. I got to meet Team Bodie Racing. And for me, like I said, I usually like just big rim racing, but I got to meet them and I was so starstruck. And they were so cool. Like, I was just like in awe.
They just like everybody else. They just race cars. Now, wait,
I know, KP, go ahead.
KP, hold on a second, because somebody said something. Thanks for saying that. Now we know it's not just big rim racing. What part are they talking about?
He said, thanks for saying that. Now we know it's not just big rim racing. He talking about with waiting all day.
Oh yeah, no, that shit been that's bad. That's why. Okay, you need 3 things for a grudge race. Do you know what they are?
Go ahead.
You need 3 things for a locked-in grudge race. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it like that. And that is a place, a time, and amount of money.
Right.
You need the time. You need the time so you don't sit around and wait all day.
Right.
See, a long time ago, they didn't really put times on it. And they'll just make an agreement to race. You know you're going to see them race. You just don't know when you're going to see them race. So if you got the amount of money, the time, and where you going to do it at, and you know you got a DP up, that's a locked-in race. That's a race you can count on seeing. Well, hold on, let me back up. That's a race, that's a possible race. Because just because a race is locked in don't mean it's going to happen. Somebody might pay the fuck out.
Right. They said, how about Tony Bynes? Where is he?
Hey, Tony Bynes out there. Hey, man, Tony Bynes running. He will be in Orlando in December. He got the car they called Delilah. Matter of fact, I think he just locked in with Andy Mack last night. I think they're giving him the back tire or something like that. But Tony Bynes is one of the baddest grudge racers around. You know, he won it. He won Grudge Racer of the Year 5 times, 6 times in a row. So I mean, that's a hard thing to do. That's a real hard thing to do.
Do you have a favorite car racing?
Safe Sex.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up because that must be one of those cars I was talking about.
No, it's a street style G body. It's a Malibu that I drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to look that up.
Yeah.
But so you said, we can catch you at like they say in football, we can catch you at the track on any given Sunday, huh?
When it's open. I mean, now it depends on. I live in Tampa now. You know, Orlando 2 hours from me. Palm Beach is 3 hours from me. Bradenton is an hour from me. So, it just depends on who racing or who. If I'm locked in with somebody, it just depends. But yeah, you catch me at the track. I won't be there tomorrow because on Wednesday night, KP, I sort of do like what you do, but we have a blog talk radio show. So on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock, Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock, we have a blog talk radio show where you can talk to the racers. You can lock racers in, talk about racing. They argue, they fuss, they do all of that stuff. Same stuff y'all do on Instagram. You could just actually talk to the person. That's all.
Is that on Sirius XM? How can we catch it? What is it on?
Blog Talk. It's on Blog Talk. If you Google, like, just go to Google and put my name in there, it'll pop up. You'll see it pop up. You'll see the link pop up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. You said it's on Wednesday nights at what time?
6 o'clock.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to check that out.
6 o'clock.
Well,
hey,
tomorrow
I done had the Don't guys on there before a few times.
Okay.
Savage, Dunk Master, Two Fly, Big Low, Cat. They done all been on there. Yeah, Blog Talk Radio. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to have to tune in because usually on Wednesday nights I don't have a show. But tomorrow night, Tony, I don't know how I feel about this, but the fans have been asking for someone to interview me. So
I was thinking the same thing.
Thinking what?
I was thinking the same thing. Somebody gonna ask you these questions?
So tomorrow night, Big Low sitting down with me for an hour.
Right one. They picked the right one too, boy. Good God.
The fans picked Big Low.
Man. Hey,
I don't know how I feel about that, Tony.
They got the right one. Big Low. Cool,
I don't know how I feel about that, Tony. I don't know how I feel about it.
Listen, just answer the question. Just answer the question. Don't lie. Because if you tell one lie, you got to keep on telling them. Don't lie. Just answer the question. You know, be straight up and talk to the people.
I'm not going to lie, but I feel like the questions may go all over the place. They may not stick to racing. So
that way you can guide them back. You can always turn the steering wheel and put them back on the right side.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Hey, she could come on Blog Talk too. Hey, Big Country, she can come on Blog Talk too. You know, they love hearing female voices tell you the truth.
Okay. Well, we'll get together, and I'll definitely want to come on and chop it up with you guys. But I just want to tell you, thank you so much. I was wondering how I was going to get the opportunity to talk to you because the show was all scheduled out through December. But when I had a cancellation, I was like, I got to get Tony. I got to talk to Tony. Yeah. Because ever since that night, you told me that DP person was the hardest job. I was like, I got to talk to Tony. I got to talk to Tony. It is. Yes, he did explain how it works, Doc Boy. So you're going to have to go back and look at it on YouTube.
Somebody mentioned Savage, and I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times, a DP man will make a call, and to you, it may not seem like that's the right call. But when you're talking about money, people get upset. It might start to go left. So a DP man might have to make the right decision for that situation.
Right.
So I don't ever say a DP man. I don't ever dog a DP man by making a decision that I wouldn't have made, because you don't know the whole situation unless you was there between the two parties and the shit was, they was talking about it.
Right. So I guess he's asking, what's the rules of Punk Out?
Punk Out is, it's, there's no rules in grudge racing, right? So when you come up with the steps, whatever them steps are, is going to tell you whether or not, like, if the race don't go off, you're going to get some type of Punk Out. Unless there's a break clause. I hate break clauses. But they're really, whatever the steps are for that race are the rules for your deposit. Right. When you got to put it up, when you got to be in the lanes, how you got to race. Right. So if one party don't follow that set of rules, then they're gonna lose. But once Three Bulbs is a race, once Three Bulbs is lit, then DP is not in effect no more. It's somebody gonna get the pot, because that's a race. Three Bulbs is a race. Right. Three Bulbs is a race.
How do you feel about when people win on a tech win? So if somebody red light, how do you feel about that?
Some people love them. Some people, anything can happen in racing. You got people race for DP money. You got people that, they'll lock in hoping for a technicality. And if they win on the red light, they might make the other person wait for the next race. You know, they don't always run them right back. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. But it's just the way it is. I mean, I don't feel any particular way about winning on the technicality. It's like I'd rather see two cars go down and make clean hits. I'd rather see that. But you know, I don't get mad about it because that's just part of having your program together.
Right. You're right. Yeah. Well, like I said, I definitely wanted to thank you. We have just a few more minutes, but I wanted to thank you for sitting down. It's really informative when someone who actually knows racing can sit down and talk to people. And one thing I got to tell everybody who's on here about Tony, from the first day I met him, he's been just, men feel weird sometimes when you say these next couple of words that I'm going to say. He's been the nicest, sweetest guy. So sometimes men feel weird when you call him sweet.
well, yeah.
Very personable.
I just like when I see females into it. Because when, growing up, I didn't see a lot of that. But I'm seeing it now. I see a lot of females that are in the racing. So I'm a person that likes to talk. So you can ask me a question, and I'd explain it in detail. But if I don't got an answer for you, I will find one. So I kind of liked that about you. You was walking around, you was live filming these cars, and I'm like, who is this woman? Then I seen you again doing the same thing, and I just didn't know you was that big of a fan until I actually talked to you.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, life is hard enough just on day-to-day stuff. I feel like the track gives me so much. It takes my mind off of just regular life stuff. I am so enthralled when I'm at the track. I have such a great time. It's like a family reunion when I'm at the track. I know a lot of people. I like meeting people. It's weird to me when people come up and want to take pictures, although I love it. Like, I'm such a personable person.
I'm about to say, women love taking pictures. Well, y'all love selfies and all that shit. Yeah, I'm about to say, wait, somebody got a question. Wait.
I see it. I'm about to pin it and read it to you. He said, do red light rules change from track to track, meaning 2 red lights to win?
That's a good question, because they do. You just got to know where you're racing at.
Right.
Hey, when you go up north, that can be a step. Double red light. Yeah. So that's all stuff you got to know, especially when you racing in certain areas. That's why you got these steps, because like I say, there's no rules. So you got to make sure you step your race right.
Do you think
a lot of times when you say track rules, that just covers a lot. A lot of people race for track rules. Very seldom do you see somebody race off of. Grudge rules mean you can hit the wall, spin around in the middle of the track, as long as you don't cross the line. That's you can do a lot of stuff with that. So a lot of times people will just say track rules,
right?
Just to kill all of that. But go ahead with your question.
Do you ever think they'll in the rim racing, they'll get some type of rules in order? Yeah. It's gonna take. It's gonna take the people. It's gonna take the people that are in the light to do that. It's kind of like. Do you think they'll do it though?
Yeah, I believe they will. I really do. They already, they're already trying to do stuff. Like, it's just going to take the people that are in the light that people listen to and respect. It's like when you go to a dunk race, right?
Right.
And they always talking about get off the line. Now, a person sitting in the stands could tell you to get off the line, and you might not move, but if somebody, if Dunk Master come up there and say, hey, man, can you back up, then you might listen to him. It just takes the people that the light is on right now for them to kind of pull this together. It's going to be It's gonna be in their favor to do that.
You know, I go to tracks all over the country. And for me, it's a little bit, and I never usually, because I usually have a band where I can go in the water box, I can go wherever I want. But I'm never down there in the water box. I try to stay out of the staging lane so much. I've been to tracks where the staging lane is so packed, the cars can't even get through. That aggravates me. And I know it has to aggravate the people driving, trying to get their cars in.
It do.
Like, why do you think it's that? I mean, I understand that everybody wants to see the cars go down the track. I understand all this stuff. But why do you think it's not more rules in place to keep all those people from all those places? Like, people should not be on the starting line. I've seen times where it's so many people in the staging lane and on the starting line. It's a wonder that they got the race off.
Well, it's always gonna be like that on the starting line, KP. They've been talking about it, and it's not just dunk racing. It ain't just grudge racing. If you go to duck race or some of these no prep races, it's the same thing. You know, and it is dangerous being up there. You just have to. I'll start with the staging lanes first. And it was a question up there. Somebody said, I'm going to come back to that in a minute. But I start with the staging lanes first. You really got to have somebody that run it. You know, if it's cars that's in a shootout, or if it's cars that's got a scheduled grudge race, or they just locked in or whatever, you got to have somebody get in them staging lanes and get them cars up there. It's going to be like that. That's what you betting on these cars. You betting on these cars. You got people on the sideline betting on these cars. They want to see what they're betting on. Sometimes they want to hear the confidence of the person that they betting on. They just want to see. And if you got a crew, like me and you finna race. I got 10 people in my crew. You got 10 people in your crew. Everybody put up $1,000. You think them people gonna want to stand back there while they got their money on the line over there? No, they want to see that shit. They're going to be right up. And you can't tell them they can't go up there. They want to see it. I don't blame them. You spend your money on something, you want to see what you're getting.
Yeah, but I do understand that part. But what I'm trying to say is, your 10 here, my 10 there. What about the other 40 people that's down there?
Well, that's why I say you have to have somebody that clears stuff out. Security does a good job at tracks most of the time. Then you have to have an organizer, like an event organizer, that go through and get this stuff up to the front. You have to, the biggest problem that I see are the people that park in pits. I see that being a problem over the staging lane and the starting line, because if I got your pit block, you can't get to the staging lane to begin with. So that's really, to me, that's the biggest problem.
He said, why do you think dunk racing have so many problems?
Because of what I'm saying, there's really not a lot of event organizers for dunk racing, because some people don't want to deal with it. And then you have people that throw races, like, okay, if Big Low throwing a race, he can't be in the staging lanes organizing this and organizing that if he's racing his car. That's like really hard to do. So you get somebody that go out there and they make sure all of this stuff happens. That's you just have to have an event organizer. Most dunk races don't have an event organizer, is why you see a lot of problems.
Right.
You got a lot of questions. True, a lot of people didn't think it was a rule. Oh, they was talking about the track rules over grudge
red light.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you, if I'm your DP man, and you don't make sure I understand that you want to run on them type of rules, I'm automatically gonna implement track rules. I tell everybody that. when they call me. I'm automatically going to say track rules. And now, when you say track rules, you got to know what that is, too.
Right.
How many people know what track rules is? Yeah, it's saying, yep, Street Outlaws is saying.
So,
it ain't just black people.
Savage said, tell the truth, don't rate that because they stressful. They stress the people out.
All the racing stress people. Let me tell you something. You want to know who cry the most? We want to know what racers cry the most?
Which one?
Class racers.
Oh, wow.
The difference is, with grudge racing, we confrontational. We just don't say it. They say it under their breath, behind your back, to the tech man that make the rules. They gonna tell on you, hey, he got a such and such, and he doing this. They cry way more. They cry way more than don't racers do. I promise.
Well, like I said, Tony, I really, really, really appreciate you sitting down, taking the time to talk to us today. This was very informative. A lot of people understand a lot more things now about racing. And hopefully I can have you on again in the new year, and we can sit down together. We can be in the same spot.
I was trying to say what's up to Savage. What's up, Savage? I see you in there, but I was just trying to say what's up to him.
He talking about, we got the boss on. He call you the boss?
Nah, well, I ain't no boss now. Shit. I just understand a lot of stuff. Yeah. But Nika, all racing is stressful. Class racers be lying about motorcycles and shit. They do. But in class racing, if you can't have nothing bigger than a 454 and you rolling down with a 632, they got this thing they call a pump, and they take a spark plug out, they screw some shit in there, they make you spin that bitch over and tell them what size your motor is. So you can't even cheat like that no more. It's a way around it, but I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is.
Well, like I said, I really, really, really appreciate you sitting down with us today. A lot of people understand a lot more stuff about racing, and I guess if I don't see you anytime soon, I will see you at No Guts, No Glory.